Hi guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and I'm doing another video today in the series that I'm doing for the Grande Organiser. So this is like a file effects kind of a situation, and the Grande, a set of SVG files. SVG files are scalable vector graphic files that you can use on electronic cutting machines like a Cricut, a Brothers Scan and Cut, or a Silhouette. And so I have designed these SVG files to make this organiser. And in the last video we have done the cover, and so this is the cover that we made last time. So today I was thinking that we would do the inside front cover and hopefully also the inside back cover, and then put it so we would be sort of getting it all together. So what I might do is I'll show you the paper line that I'm using. So this is the paper line. It's a 12 by 12 paper pad by Kaisercraft called Misty Mountains, and so I'm using this paper line, and the cardstock that I'm using is 210 GSM, I don't know what that is in pounds, I'm sorry, cardstock, and I wanted it in this blue colour and I couldn't find any cardstock in that blue colour, so I've actually used poster board and cut it down to size. So in the last video we did this cover, and I've just done a couple of things to it since then. I've just put a bit of ink around these edges, just a tiny little bit of, it's called Imperial Blue. It's a cross between purple and blue, I think, but I have a lot of purple and blue in here, so I think that'll be nice. And then I gave the cover itself a coat, this whole cover, a bit of a coat of this Mod Podge matte clear acrylic sealer, and I did that just because I want it to last well, so I'm hoping that this will make the difference. It's certainly made it a bit, what feels like a bit stiffer, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm thinking that cover looks good. So I think what we'll do is I will start showing you the pieces that I've cut out for the inside front cover to start with. So we'll do this inside front cover. So I'll just put that to the side. These are the SVG files themselves. There are maybe 26 files. Do you know, I can't remember. But the files themselves come, the blue pieces themselves are the elements, and the pink pieces are the mats that go on those elements. So it includes all the mats and everything that you need to make this organiser. Okay, so let's start with what I've cut out for the front cover. Here's my little collection of goodies. Let me show you. I've started off by cutting out a C1. So the C1 here is the base page. So I've cut out one of those, and I have Cricut, so it does the score lines for me as well, so that it's all ready for me. So it's measured, it fits perfectly. My Cricut cut it, and my Cricut has also scored the tabs for me. So that's my C1. And then I have got the mat for that here. This is the C2 mat, so I have one of those cut, and I've just really lightly inked around the edges. So that's my C2 mat. Then I have cut out one D2 long pocket, and that's this one here. And I have cut out two D4 mats, and that's these two here. And then I have cut out a G1 corner pocket, which is this one here, and to go on that a G4 mat, and that's this one here. So G1 pocket, G4 mat, that's one there. And then I have cut out this piece here, which is a window pocket, G3. I've cut out 6 of those, and I've cut out 6 of the G5 mats. So that's these pieces here. I have 6 of those pockets, and of course they've all been nicely round cut out for me and also scored around the edges. So I have 6 of those G3s, 6 of the G5 mats, and that's those here. And then I've cut out another 6 of the G5 mats, but I've cut them out in acetate or transparency film, clear film. So I have 6 of those as well. And so that's all we need to cut out for the inside front cover. So let's get started with that. I'm going to bring out my mat so that I don't get glue everywhere. I'll bring back all these pieces. And let's start by, let's start with this piece here. This is the C1 piece. I'm just going to fold in my tabs and burnish those down, which I could have done off camera again. I feel like I've forgotten how to record and what I try to do to get ready before I start. But I have forgotten. Right, so that's this one here. Actually, see, I have completely forgotten. No, that's right. We're going to use it just like that. So that's going to be a pocket for us, and I think we could probably just put the mat on straight away. So let's do that. No, see, I've completely forgotten. It's going to be a pocket on the inside. This is my plan. Maybe if I talk it through, I might have a better idea of what I'm doing. I want this to be a pocket that goes here, right? And it's going to be fairly snug into this side because we want to have room to pull things out from here. But I think I want to put a little sort of tab or something here so that it's easy to pull things in and out. So before we do that, before we stick it down, I'm going to do that. So in the past I've used my little circle punch, but I'm really bad at lining it up. So I've started using my envelope punch board, and I'm liking this idea. So it just does this little V groove. So what we want to do is find out how long this is, and from memory, I think it's 22 centimeters from the fold to the fold. From that, it is 22.5. So let's say that it is 11. It would be 11.25. Let's just find that center point, shall we? Save me trying to work it out. So it's going to fold my little tab in there. Okay. So yeah, it's 22.5. So 11.25 would be the center, which would be pretty much there. I mean, it's just a rough. It doesn't have to be absolutely spot on perfect. Okay, so then I want the same on my mat. So I'm going to probably line my mat up on the back, I think. So where I think it would sit, I'll move this out of the way. I think I want it to sit pretty much like down a little squidge. So it's going to sit like that, but I've got it flush up against the edge because I also want that to have the little V cut out of it. So then I'm going to hold them both and line them up, which that looks pretty much center, and I'm just going to push it down, and then I have that little V there, which I think is kind of cool and less difficult for me to mess up than the little half circle. But if you're good at that, do that. Or if you've got any other way that you might like to put a little notch in there, or just don't put a little notch in there, that's completely up to you. I'm just going to get rid of that pen line there. And then we can attach our mat onto here. Feeling good about that. So to attach my mats, I'm using this Crafter's Choice craft glue. It's okay, you know, but it's just, I'm only using it for the mats, so I think that should be fine. Saves me using the much more expensive glue. I'm trying to get into the habit of using this one for the mats and a different glue for the actual construction. Okay, so then I'm just going to pop this down on here, trying to line it up the way I'd like it to be lined up. That looks pretty good. That looks nice. I like this. Now, here's something I didn't think of. Silly me. See, I've already made a mistake. You'd think I'd know better. I wanted to attach this down here on here, but look, I've kind of put that tab there, which was silly. I feel like that was silly. So what are we going to do? I mean, we could turn it over and have it facing this way. Maybe we'll do that, but then I'll need to cut another mat. But that's no fear, I've got plenty of board for that. So I'm going to, instead of attaching it the way I thought I was going to attach it, I'm going to attach it this way. So, you know, even you'd think you'd know what I was, you'd think I would know what I was doing, seeing as I designed this. But the thing is, you get the choice to make, you know, it's very versatile, and you get the choice about how you put things together. So, you know, what comes with that can be the odd mistake. So instead of it being on this side, we're now going to attach it on this side. So let's do that. Oh no, so for the construction, I'm going to use this Helmer Tiger Grip. I find that it's really good at holding the cardstock down, and I've just put some of that in this little bottle here, just because I like to think that I'm conserving it, because it comes out a bit finer in this bottle. But I don't know, if you've ever seen me craft, you'll know that I use way too much glue all the time. So I'm just going to pop this little guy on here, and I'll have to go and cut another mat, but we won't worry about that for the time being. We won't get uptight about that. You know, thinking on the fly here. Okay. Right, so I've just attached that like so. Okay. Let's see if we can recover from this. Alright, so I'll put this one to the side, and I think we might work on this next one here. So this is the D2 long pocket, and we're going to use it as a flip, not a pocket. So we're going to flip it on this long side. So I need to cut these two short tabs off. So let's get our cutting tool, board, whatever you call these things. And I'm just going to line up the cutting line on my score line. And just turn that tab off. So this is the only cutting I need to do, and I've designed the pieces like this so that they're versatile pieces, so you can use them for more than one thing. Okay, so then I'm just going to bend that tab over and burnish it down. I've already lost my, there it is, bone folder. Right, so that one is going to flip out the ways like this. Now, and this is the mat for this piece. So this is the D2 pocket, and these are the D4 mats, and I'm thinking that I'm going to attach them like this. And I think I might round the corners, round the edges. Is that the right thing to say? The corners. Yeah. So I'm going to do this corner like so, and this corner like so. Right, and then then I can just glue that straight down on there like so. So let's do that with this glue. So what I'm going to do on this side of the pocket, I'm going to do on the other side as well. So I'll show you one side, on this front side, and then I'll go and do the back side separately. Okay, so I'll do this bit, I'll put the mat on this bit separately and do that. So I'll just pop that to the side. Okay, so that one's ready to go, and put that one to the side. And then let's bring out these little window pockets, okay? And the first thing we need to do is fold the tabs in. Actually, it might be easier if we attach the little transparency pieces, okay? So we have 6 of these for our 6 pockets, and what we need to do is first of all put a piece of transparency down on that window and put it in place. So however you might like to do that, I think I will use this glue here. Now we want to be careful that it doesn't ooze out everywhere, which is frankly ridiculous because that always happens. Maybe I'll use skinny tape. Right, I have some skinny tape here and it's looking pretty manky and old, but let's hope that it works. So, is it wide enough to fit down here? Let's see. I'm going to put it all the way around all 4 sides, and in fact I would like it to be quite close to this center window, like so. So I'm going to do this. I'm not very good at dealing with working with double-sided tape, so you'll have to excuse me while I make this look far more difficult than it really is. Okay. I've had this tape for years. It's feels really sticky and weird. So I'm putting it really close to the edge of the window. And my last piece like so. Pretty close to the window. Just trim that little bit off there. And I don't know how anybody works with this stuff all the time. I'm hopeless. I'm going to trim this little bit that's dangling off the edge off. Ugh, get off my thumb. Okay, finish it down. All the way around. And then pull off the backing tape. So it might be a good idea if I just show you how to do one of these and then I'll go away and do the other 5 off camera, because this could be pretty difficult to watch as I bumble along. Come on tape, come on. This backing tape doesn't want to come off by itself, it wants to bring the tape with it. And then this one. And then this one. Come on. Play nicely. Let's bring the tape as well. You know, I burnished that down. I think I did. Did I? Let's try from this end. This is why I don't use tape, people. Because I just find this so infuriating. Come on. Have you ever watched anything more? It's painful. Okay, now I'm going to stick my transparency on here. And I'm going to try and line it up as best I can. stick it down. And then I'm going to make sure that it's pretty well stuck down on this side. Right. Beautiful. It's stuck to the mat. Okay, so this now we're going to turn in all of these little tabs, like so. And on top of these little what we want to do is actually take our mat, and I've inked up one side, and this is the side that I'm going to have on this empty window side where there's no tab, and I'm going to pop that down over the top like so, and then I'm going to attach my tabs down like this over the top of that mat so that when we flip it over it looks like so. Now you can't see this opening, but I know that if somebody opened it up they'd see that nice distressed edge rather than the white edge of the paper. So let's do that. So I'm just going to run, I might use the Tiger Grip glue for this. So around 3 sides I'm going to attach, I'm going to put some glue. Whoop. And along this side, and then I'm going to put that one down and center it up, and then I'm going to put my tab over the top, and that's going to hold my mat down. And there we go. Now I'll just wipe that glue off there so I don't get it on anything. Okay, and then when we turn it over, we have our little pocket, and it's going to, you know, really burnish that down well to make sure that it sits nice and flat. So I'm going to make 6 of those. So what I'll do is I will go away and I will make all 6 of my little pockets, and then when I come back we will put them down on the cover. Alright, so I'll see you shortly. Okay guys, so here are my 6 little window envelopes that I've made, and I've got that one a bit dirty, but I'll fix that up later. And so they are all ready to go onto our piece now. So I'll just put those to the side, and I'll bring back this D2 long pocket that we've made into a flip. And I went ahead and matted the back as well while I was fixing up these little bits. So now all we need to do is just attach these little pockets going down the ways, and 3 should fit on here very nicely. So we'll have 3 on this side, and then when I flip over I'm going to have 3 on the other side as well. So then we'll have 3 little window pockets there that we can use for business cards or anything that we like. So I'm just going to go ahead and start doing that. So I'm just going to put glue on the whole back section here, or you could use tape again or anything you like, but you know, I'm busy making a mess with glue, so I shall continue. Right, so I'm going to flip this tab over here so I can get a nice straight line, and I want to get that corner nice and straight, so I'm going to pop it down, and then I'll just have to lift it up if you don't mind, so I can just see that that's lined up really nicely, like so, and then we can just push that whole thing down. I'm going to just do it with my wipe. It just makes it easy for my finger to run along there. And that's that one, and then we'll do the next one. So I've got it opening up here. And same with this one. And just line that one up along straight underneath. Make sure I'm happy with the way that's lined up. That little top one there is not quite lined up, and it's going to knock all of the other ones out. Oh well. It's handmade, so it's not perfect. I'm just going to get that one pushed down as well. Now here's the problem, you can see that bit underneath there where they join up that I'm not entirely happy with. But you know, if you weren't doing this on camera and you had plenty of time, you could line it up. I'm sure you could do a better job than me. Last one. Should line up nicely on the bottom here. Not bad. I'll make sure it's lined up along that side there. I don't think that's too bad. A little bit wonky on these joins here, but I think, you know, you'd have to be pretty fussy to pick that as being a problem. So then we have our 3 little pockets. Oh, I think they're lovely. I might just stick my bone folder in there and give it a burnish down. And of course it sits quite nice and flat, but it will definitely sit more flat once it's been in there for a while and it's, you know, trained itself to sit flat. So then I'm just going to attach 3 on this side as well. So I may as well do that. Won't take too long. And we can attach all of this down to our page. So once again, I'm lining that up along here. Just going to lift it up and make sure it's sitting in a good spot up on the top. Down the side, just move that tab across. Push it down. Okay, I'm committed now. So I'll do the same again with this one. Just make sure I left the opening the right way, because that would have been silly. But something that I have certainly done before. Okay, this next one. Line it up. And press it down. Get that bit of glue off there. And one more. And this one. Make sure I've got the hold of the right spot. Line it up. Push it down. Make sure it's not badly aligned. It's not perfect. I've got to learn to be less fussy. It's really difficult. Okay. I feel like they look pretty good. So we have our little flip, and we can put cards in this side, and then when it flips out this way we can put cards in this side as well. That looks fabulous. A little bit of something stuck under there. I can fix that up later. Okay, so let's bring our book back in. Oh, we've got our page here, and we've got this little flip here. Let's bring our book in. So this is going to be our inside cover here. Right. So this is going to be stuck down here so that we'll have a pocket here on the inside as well. But what I'm going to do is, to start with, is just attach it by this this tab. So let's just put some glue on there and mess about lining that up. Right. So I'll put these tabs in, but I'm going to put them underneath. And I just want to try and get hold of that. Alright, and I want it to be quite far over, close to the spine, because we want to have plenty of room for you to be able to get your bits and pieces in now. And then I'm just trying to line it up with basically where these what are they? Pages are. I'm just going to push that tab down when I'm happy with it. So at the moment it's just a flip. Make sure that's really well adhered. And then, so that will come over and form a pocket. Oops, Did I not put enough glue on there? I feel like I need a little bit more glue on that pocket. Maybe if I give it another punch, it'll do its thing. I think it'll be okay. We can always, once we put these ones down, it should be fine. So then this one is going to be attached on this side. So what we'll do is we'll slide it in here like this, and when it folds over, it should line up with this page like so. So we can go ahead and do that. So I'll put some glue on here. And then I'm just going to sort of slide it under here, line it up with this page as best I can, and push it down. And then so if I fold it over like so, excuse me, I'm just going to lift it up and make sure that it's pretty good at the top. Okay, so now I'm going to open that. Oh, look how wonky that is on that side. Let's check that. Slid right out, didn't it? Try again. Got to be a bit quick with this glue, Katie. All right. Slide her in. I think like that. Okay, let's make sure that that's really well attached there. Make sure it's really well stuck down this side here. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, so if I flip this back, I'm just going to do a little bit of out loud thinking here. And then this guy flips over like this. What I want to do is prevent it from, every time you open the page, it flips and makes it annoying to open. So I cut out this little tag, and what I thought I would do is just attach it up here so that you can slide, you know, like a little, what are they called? Those little tags? So we'll just, so I was thinking maybe if I just put it about here, and then it could move down that way. So let's line it up, maybe like so. Yeah, and like, I'm just using the little line in the pattern as a guide, really. Not sure how straight that little line is. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little hole here, and we're just going to attach a brad through there. So I was going to use some silver brads, but do you think I could? I've got a few, but not very many. But I do have these cute little grey love hearts with little swirls on them. I don't know if you can see that. So I thought, so this is for I think this is for my partner's niece. I think she's 14, so I mean she might like that. That's pretty cool. So then I'm just going to get out my awl. I don't know if I can get my punch in there, but I can certainly get my awl in here, and I'm just going to stick a little hole in there. I always panic with that because, you know, it's all stuck down. It's only paper, I know. I'm going to put my brad through here, and then put it through here, right, cute. I feel like that brad is not straight. Oh, it'll be fine. Put brad through here and brad through here, and I'll flip it over. This is why I didn't stick it down straight away. And I'll just bend those little, I'll try and bend those little legs or whatever they are. I've forgotten all my words today. Bend those down. Like so. And then I'm going to stick a little bit of, if I can find it, a little bit of my masking tape on there, just so hopefully if things slide in and out, they won't get stuck in those prongs. That's the word I was looking for. Prongs. Right, so let's stick a bit of tape on here. That's a terrible bit of tape. Doesn't matter, we're not going to see it. We just want to stick it over the top of those prongs, like so. So now hopefully there won't be any problem when we... Okay, so then that's going to stick down like that. And come across like that, and this is going to flip around and hold that closed. Oh, I like it. I think it's going to work. Alright, so let's make this into the pocket by sticking these tabs down. And this one. Fold it over. Try not to get glue everywhere. Haha. And those last words. Stick that pocket down. I'm just trying to get that ink glue seepage to go away. Okay, so now we have this little pocket that we can put things in here, a little secret stash pocket. You know, nobody needs to know what's in there. And you wouldn't immediately think it was there if you looked at it. And when I was making these off camera, I went and made myself another mat for this corner pocket, which actually I think probably works out better where we've just put it now. So let's stick this one down. Like so. And that is the front inside cover done. And I just love how that's going to look as soon as you open it up. So we've got our little pockets here, flick it open, we've got 3 more here, we've got this little secret pocket here, and we also have this big corner pocket here. And I need to stick that mat down a bit more, but I'll fix that up later. Okay, so that's the inside front cover of our Grande Organiser. Just move those things out of the way. So then I thought we would also do the inside back cover, so then it didn't look so unfinished. So here we're going to do a giant size accordion pocket or envelope. So let's put this aside and get our pieces out for that. And this one's pretty easy, not too many pieces required. So we have, to start with, an H1, so let's flip over to here. So this is the accordion envelope part 1, H1, and that's this one here. Now, there is a mat for that, but this is going to be the inside of our accordion pocket. So, and I was sort of thinking, oh, I wasn't really bothered if there was no pattern paper in there. So that is what we're going to, so we've got one H1 cut out, and then we have 2 of the H2s. So you can see those there, and I've already given them a pre-fold, so they're ready to go. Then we have the accordion envelope part 2, so we have one J1 and one J2. So that's our J1, this is our J2. We have 2 J3s and 1 J4. So these are our 2 J3s, and here is our J4. So that's all the pieces that we need for that. So we can put this little book aside and bring this all out. Let's put the mats aside for now. And let's start by looking at this piece here. it's going to be able to be a pocket underneath as well as opening up the flap and being a pocket on top. So I'm going to start by folding these tabs in each way. And these tabs are going to attach to the inside cover like this. So then we are going to attach this piece here, which is J2, by this tab here. So it's got all of these score lines here that my Cricut's done. So I'm just going to fold over that last tab like so and attach that to this piece here where that tab is, right? So I'm just going to push that all out to make it easy to attach. So let's put some glue along this tab here, like so. And then I'm going to line it up along here. I might stick that tab under actually so we can really see perfectly what we're lining it up to. So I'm lining that tab up along the bottom of this one here, like so. Make sure I'm happy with the way that is placed, and then push it down. Have a look at that. Lovely. Open it up, give it a burnish. Okay, so I'm just going to spin it around this way now so that I can explain or stick things on a bit better. So now I'm going to take these two H2 pieces and we're going to have one tab attached to this edge here, and then one tab will attach to this edge here when we bring it all together, and that will be the credenza part of our accordion, or the accordion part of our accordion envelope. So this tab here should attach just here and close up like so, and then this will come up here like this. Alright, so I'll put some glue on this tab, and I'm going to drop it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to line up this tab here with the bottom of this pocket, bottom edge here, like so, and up along the side like that. I'll get out my trusty wipe, all that excess glue. Okay, so then it should open out the ways like that. There's glue everywhere, but it doesn't matter because it's on the inside. No one will know. Okay, so then we can do the same thing on this side. So I fold this up sort of credenza style, so you have the mountains and the valleys. I really want to start singing when I say that. So some glue on this tab, and I'm going to line that up with the bottom here and then going up along the ways. And I've folded this tab under just so I can see nice and clearly where I want to line it up. Like so. And so then we'll open that one out like that. And we have this funny looking thing going on here. Okay. Now I'm also going to attach my top envelope, the top of the envelope. So I have folded along all those score lines, and I'm going to attach this tab here to the back of the pocket, like so. So I'm going to put glue on this inside part of the tab, and then slide it under. I'll just clean those tabs out and slide that under. Then I've got this giant pocket envelope here. I really could have done a better job with that, I have to say. Let's see what I've been up to here. Okay, I think that's a bit better. I do really love this glue for some things, but I have to say it does make the cardstock bow a little. I mean, when it dries flat, and that's fine, but it does make it, but it is pretty strong stuff, so I don't know. Right, so when these come together, I want to think about the closure for this now before I actually put it all together. So I'm going to have the little round dot things here. I've got 2 of these, you know, where you put them in. I've done them a heap of times, so I've cut 2 round circles and I just used my punch, and I think that's probably 1/2 inch, and I stuck 2 together to make them a bit stronger and then put a hole in the middle for my brad. So I've got 2 of those, one for the top and one for the bottom. I need to put a mat on here first, so let's go ahead and do that. So this is the J4 mat, and it is going on the, what is this, J2 piece, right? J4 mat. I'm just going to open it out this way so I can get it lined up. And put that bit on there like that. Make sure that's dotted out. Okay. And then I also want to put it on this top flap, put a, whatchamacallit, mat on this top flap. Right, so let's do that. I wasn't going to use that glue, I was going to use this glue for matting. Oh, there's so much glue in that middle bit there. Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, now I'm going to flip it out this way just to make it easier for me to line up. Put my mat on there. It's so awesome. I don't have to measure it or work it out. It's just, I know it fits. It just fits. Okay. So, when it folds together, we would have a piece that comes out like this, and then one that comes down like this. So imagine that it's the fattest that it could be, right? So it would fold along there and it would be fat, fat, fat. And this one would be fat, fat, fat. Like so. Right? So that gives us a little helping hand in thinking about where we're going to put our catches. So I'm thinking I'll have one maybe around here, and then one around here, that sort of area. So now let's just find the centre, because I really like to be able to find the centre. So this is, in centimetres, 22.5, so we said about 11.25, didn't we? 22.5, 11.25, so it's actually way over here. That's the centre. So then, where do I put my mark? I put a mark about here, which is obviously again nowhere near centre. This is why I measure, because I thought, oh, that's pretty close. Really not. It's really hard to see with this blue. So 11.25 would be 1, 2, about here, but I wanted to put it up around here somewhere, like that. Okay, so let's get rid of that little mark that I put there that is not accurate. Okay, so I thought that was the centre. Huh. That is apparently the centre. Okay, so I'm just going to get my little awl again, and I want to put a hole in here. I'm going to try not to stab myself in the finger while I do it. And I'm going to put a hole in here. Not putting a hole in my finger. Okay, and then I might use those little love heart brads again. So I have got 2 of those. Come on. 1, and I really don't want to come out of the packet. 2. And then I want a little bit of twine. So I have this kind of whitey, glittery, shiny twine, which I thought would be nice. So I'm just going to stick that through there. I have not made a very big hole for myself. I have to make it a bit bigger, otherwise we'll be here all day. I'm going to stick that through there. Pull it through. Bring that down a bit, and then I'm going to find some tape. I'm just going to use a bit of normal sticky tape. And I'm just going to stick that down there so it doesn't move around. And I'll just trim that excess bit off. And then we're just going to put our circle on here. Let's trim this off, shall we? Put our circle on here and our love heart through both of those. Our love heart Brad. And then we'll stick that through this hole as well where this string is. I'm feeling very fingers and thumbs here. Right. Open out those prongs. I'm wearing my glasses and I'm still really struggling to see those prongs. Ow! Oh, I think I really hurt myself then. Am I going to bleed? Oh! Nasty little brat. Oh, really pricked myself. Okay, and then let's just stick the mat on top. And this is the J3 mat. Come out, glue. Okay, and we can put that mat on top there. Like so. Push it down. Cover up that nasty little brat. Make sure it's stuck nicely around there. Cute, look at that. That looks so cute. I love it. It's off center and I love that about it actually. Yeah, cool. Alright, and then we're just going to do the same on this side but without the string obviously. So braid through the circle and then through the pocket. Injure myself again, no doubt. Push those nasty little suckers down. And I'm going to use a bit of masking tape. I think the masking tape sticks better when you're not putting anything else over it. The masking tape over there, so hopefully nothing gets stuck to it. Then all we have to do is join these together. So I'm just going to credenza that accordion or accordion that together so we end up with the tab facing in like so. And we're going to do that with both sides. Is it going to stay there? No, we'll just work on one side at a time then. And put some glue on here, on that tab. And then bring this up and, oops, where this last score line is here, we're going to line up with the bottom of this tab here. So I hope you can see this okay. I'm just going to bring that over, or what might be even easier is that top of the tab here is going to line up with the top of this pocket like so. That might make more sense to explain it. And stick that at the bottom. Push it down. Make sure we're happy with the way it's lined up. Yep. Some glue on there. And there's our little credenza accordion pocket there. That looks cool. Again, I need some more glue on there. Okay, so we're going to do the same on this side. A bit trickier now because we've already got one side done and you probably won't be able to see it. But I'm just credenzering that up again so that that tab is poking in like so. Put some glue on that. And then I'm lining up that top of the pocket with the top of that little tab there. And with that bottom down here, press it down like so. Awesome. So there we go, there's our little pocket all ready to go. So now, let's just do this little chappy up so it doesn't get in the way. Did a very good job of that, but that's alright for now. What have I done with the book? With the Grande. There it is. So this is our inside back cover, and this little guy is just going to go down here like this, and we're going to attach it by these tabs so that we also have a pocket underneath here and a little hidey pocket. So let's just go ahead and put some glue on these tabs and attach it. One, two. Oh, it's going so well until then. That's going to ooze out the side, isn't it? Let's kind of spread that around a little bit with my finger. Okay, now just try and line this up the best way that you can, whichever way you prefer it to be. So I think I want to leave a little bit of room on this side for getting things in and out, but I also am going to line up this edge here with my spine, and I just want to make sure that it's in line with my pages, so I've just flipped my page over to make sure that I'm happy with that, and push it down. I'm really pushing down on those tabs to make sure that it's well stuck down. If we open this one up, I get my hand in here and give that bottom section a good press. And down the side, and down this side. So now we have this huge accordion pocket, massive accordion pocket in the back. Oops, which we can do up. With the cute little, I really love those little love hearts. I think they look great. I was going to use silver ones, but look at those, they look awesome. Alright, so with this one, and then we've got this pocket in here. So today we have done this really cool little inside pocket here, which is flips out, and we have a pocket here and a pocket here, and of course we have our 6 little card pockets. That's fabulous, and we've got our pages ready to go, and then we have our accordion pocket here with another hidden pocket in the back. So I'm getting pretty excited about that. Alright, so thanks very much for watching today. I hope you stick around and watch the rest of the series. Definitely subscribe so that you will get notifications as the next series or the next video in the series comes out. Feel free to comment. I always reply to comments, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for your time today, guys. Bye.